Unique Mecca Audio here, man. We're going to do part 2 to spending money in the crack era. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, like that and wanted to, have more questions about it on the DM. Now, during the crack era, I mean, everybody get money, you know what I mean? So now everybody's gear stepping up. You know what I mean? They gear stepping up, So, when the gear stepping up, the jewels step up. You know what I mean? The jewels step up, the whip step up. You know what I mean? The whip step up, you know what I mean? The chicks step up. That's where the women come from. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the orders that are moving. You know what I mean? One-on-one, how to get your hustle on. How to get your grind on back in the crack era, 1988. All right? So now you got the fly whip. You're doing what you do. You're driving down the street. You see a nice little cutie. She push up on you. You understand what I'm saying? So, you put her in the car, So you go for a ride, get something to eat, do what you do, Then you shoot back on the block, show the block off that you got some flavor. You understand what I'm saying? So now they look, they see, and they're like, oh, snap, she bad. Where's she from? Now they all trying to guess what project she from, or if she from the Bronx, Queens, or whatever. So that's how they move. Then I might drop her off. I done did what I had to do with her. So I got my works out of it, just to get another on my shoulder, But then, might pull up in a gambling spot. So we run up in a gambling spot. This 88 we talking. So you run down there, you got minks, you got platinum with the old heads. Like I said, the old heads was wearing platinum from way back. Let's get it right. The 70s gangsters, they was wearing platinum from way back with the 3-piece suit, the mink coat, long trench joint, you know what I mean? The big fat pinky ring, you know what I mean? And one long ass fingernail, you know what I mean? That was a fingernail to scoop the coke in, ping, ping, all right? So, that's where we was at. So now you run up in the joint. We're going to take the Zodiac. You go in the Zodiac right there between Bradhurst and 8th Avenue. So you go down in the Zodiac, you got to go down the stairs. You go down the stairs, you hit the basement. When you hit the basement, you already know what time it is. You know what I mean? As soon as you go down there, got a big open area first, then they got a little wall. Then on the other half, then they got a big felt table that looked like a big-ass pool table but got sides on it. You know what I mean? That's the pit. That's where they gamble at. You go down there, you see everybody who's making money that's competitive. They all down there spending their money in the joint. So you roll up down there, you see piles of money all over the table. All men stand in front of it with their jewels, they minks, they Dapper Dan. You know what I mean? They fly leather jackets. You know what I mean? That's how they doing. So everybody down there doing them. So you walk down there now, you peek it. So you slide in, you know what I mean? You got to get in the back. You always got to get in the back. If it's 20 dudes, you got to, and it's 18, 19, you got to be 20 and then 21. You know what I mean? So that's where that's at. You know what I mean? So now you get on the back and you trying to hope the dice go around because the dude got the dice keep acing. You understand what I'm saying? But then now, here comes my man. You know what I mean? From the Bronx. Kevin Childs, man. Little Al B. Al B coming in with the long, Parker, double, triple goose down to his ankle. You understand what I'm saying? Both sides. Got the long pockets gutted out, got new pockets made in him where he got it piled up with money on both sides, and he looking like this when he walking. You know what I mean? That's Al B. That's how he rolled up in the gambling spot, because he liked to gamble. Real competitive man. You know what I mean? He knew what he was doing. Now, he rolled up in the gambling spot, and he got to get in the back of the line too. But to get in the back of the line, he'll say stop the bank. So that means whatever money's in the bank, he's saying he could cover it with his bank, so you don't need these other 20 people. That's how you stop the bank when you roll up in the gambling spot. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's sitting there. If you're just trying to place a bet, you got to get on the back. But if you're trying to take the game, if you're trying to rough it off, we got something called stop the bank. You know what I mean? I mean, the bank don't go past me. Whatever you got in there. And ain't nobody going to stop and count it back in them days. That's how we move. We wasn't stopping to count nothing. Let's get that right. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that's what it is. Roll the dice, nigga. You know what I mean? When you lose, then we count it up. You know what I mean? But until then, it ain't none of our money, nigga. So no matter what it is, whatever you got there, I got here in this stack. Little Al B said when he dropped his money on the table. Sure enough, dude rolled the dice and head crack. Head crack mean he won automatically. Took all Al B money. You know what I mean? From that pocket. You know what I mean? He digs in the other pocket and he says, stop bank again. You know what I mean? So that now he rolls the dice and he rolls a 4. You know what I mean? So now everybody on the sideline, the 20 people, they betting whether Al B gonna hit a number 4 or better. That's called a 4 or better. This CEELO we talking so y'all understand. So you let them know, yo, they got the little 4 better on the side, so some betting Al B gonna beat his 5, and you understand what I'm saying? Or at least gonna throw a number 4 or better, like 4, 5, or 6, or just win. You know what I mean? I'm teaching y'all the CEELO game now. This is how we hustle down there in the Zodiac. Big T-Rod, shout out, 49th Street booth. You already know what time it is, security from back then. Holding it down, big young man. But now we down in the joint, and Al B rolls the dice, and Al B rolls head crack. You understand what I'm saying? So he want all the money back. So he back where he started. So now the dude that lost, now he got to move. You understand? Or put more money up. And Al B got double what he had, and I told you he was just shooting aces. So you already know how that play out. That didn't play out too good for the young man. You know what I mean? So of course, you know what I mean? They sat there, he borrowed some money from somebody, and he helped the bank, and he went ahead, and he beat Al B. He beat Al B. After Al B done head crack and beat him for the 2 pots before, at the end of the night, he beat Al B. Took all little Al B money. You know what I mean? Al B told this man, yo, go get that other shoebox. You know what I mean? This man shot back wherever he went to, came back, boop, boop, bop, came back down the stairs and handed Al B another big bag like this of money, big shoebox, full of money. That's how we was doing it back then. You understand what I'm saying? Now Al B said the same thing he said when he go in any gambling spot. Stop the bank. You know what I mean? He wanted his shot to get his money back. You know what I mean? And he sat there, you know, he went back and forth. Everybody 4 betted on him because Al B, you know, he too fly for all that, having 20, 30 dudes in unless he got the bank. But if he got to roll the dice against the bank, you know what I mean? He going to stop the bank. That's what big bowlers do. You know what I mean? That's how you do back then. So, you know, of course, like I said, Al B wound up winning that night again. You know what I mean? But he ain't got a problem being in it to win it. That was an old saying we had back in the day, like Lotto. You got to be in it to win it. Scared money don't make money. I know y'all heard all that. Scared money don't make money. So, you know, that's where we at. But, you know, rest in peace, Al B, good brother. You know, but I just wanted to just share, you know, a typical night hanging out in New York. You know what I mean? Because it ain't really, you know what I mean? It was a movie. It's the best way to say it. It was a movie. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm painting to the vivid picture so you can understand where I'm coming from. It was a movie. You know what I mean? Driving down the street in a nice ass car down 8th Avenue. I mean, 8th Avenue back then, dark. When I say dark, meaning everybody ain't have store lights and, you know, store signs and stuff. They wasn't doing all of that. The first person to really do it that I remember, you know what I mean? That I remember at the beginning of crack era that I remember was Smiling Billy. If y'all know, you know what you know. You know, Smiling Billy right there at 145th, right where the Popeyes is at, right next to the Popeyes. Where T-Mobile is at is where Smiling Billy was at. You know what I mean? Right over in that area right there. But, you know, that every day, man, driving down the street in that nice car, man, I mean, the breeze hitting your face, you're looking at your diamonds, the moonlight hitting them. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful sight, you know? But that's why I say, again, at the end of the day, I got life plus 20 and did 26 years in prison, 26 and a half to be exact. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm here to be able to sit here as living testimony to tell you that it wasn't worth it. It was fun. Don't get it twisted. I ain't gonna say it wasn't fun. I got good memories. But was it worth it? Nah, my G. It wasn't worth it. You know, I left a legacy behind, did all that, you understand, and had to give up 26 years of my life. Don't even know my children. Don't even know my family no more. Don't even know my nieces and nephew. You know what 26 years is like being gone and away? It's hard, man. You know, if I say think twice before you make that decision, because the wrong decision could be your last decision. Because them people ain't got no problem put you in the cage forever. Because I got a lot of homies that's up there that's locked up forever in the cage. Good brothers up there. Big shout out to Amir, you know, Fingers. You know what I mean? We got, come on, man. We got little TJ. You know, we got good men that's in there, man. You know? So, you know, this is what it is. Boy George. You know what I mean? Pistol Pete. You got all types of men that's in there. Larry Hoover. You know what I mean? You got men, you know, that been in there decades that need to be out of there. But that's why I'm telling you it wasn't worth it. And they'll tell you it wasn't worth it if they're going to be honest with you, with themselves. Because you don't know what it's like. I did 5 years in ADX sitting in the cage like that. That was crazy. You know, but I refused that. You know, that's not me. That's why I'm telling you don't do it. But let me tune out, man. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the root men.